Hi everybody, I just got a brand new pair of beautiful scissors from Guggenheim, and I wanted to do just a little tiny infomercial about it to let you know how wonderful these scissors are. Believe me, I have a lot of cutting tools in my sewing room. They come in a box like this, a little tag with their name on it. You also get a sheet of paper that goes into detail about the scissors, about who makes them, but I left it upstairs, so I think I can talk and we can do without that. Let me pick these up. For those of you who are craftsmen, craftswomen, you sew, you knit, crochet, collage, whatever you do, you'll want to take just a minute when you open your box of scissors to admire the craftsmanship of this tool. It comes in a little protective cover, and take just a minute to look at this. The pamphlet says it takes 33 steps to make these, and I can certainly believe it. These scissors are a thing of joy to look at. They are made the old-fashioned way. You don't see this kind of craftsmanship much anymore. So let's put the box aside. I did want to show you how nicely made they are, and they come oiled, by the way, and sharpened. And remember, you're so much better off with a sharpened tool than with a dull tool. The dull tool is the one that's going to hurt you badly if you have an accident. Now let's look at the table here. If you're like me, your pattern is going to determine what kind of fabric you use. If I'm using baby clothes personally, now this is me personally, I will probably pick a cotton because you can throw it in the laundry over and over again, it'll be fine. And for cotton, when I cut out the fabric with the pattern, generally I'm going to use pinking shears, and I do have several different kinds of cutting tools depending upon the fabric. Pinking shears, and the reason for that is everybody knows who sews, the fabric has a tendency to fray at the edges. If you use a straight pair of scissors, you're going to get a lot of fraying, and hey presto, your toddler has busted out of their bloomers. Over here, if I'm going to pick probably an adult top, maybe, let's take that for an example. I like a nice knit, maybe a nice dress that I want to wear out casually. So this is a nice jersey knit fabric, and here I've got a little bit of a choice. I could use my rotary, which I love and adore. I could go ahead and use a pair of straight scissors. I could even use the pinking shears. Very likely I will probably pick the rotary if it's going to be for a large, long pattern. If I'm cutting out something tiny, may say I'm going to make a little clutch purse or something like that, I'm going to want to use the scissors. And why? Because with a rotary, if you are anything like me, even a few of you, I get that rotary going, and before I've known it, I've cut all the way across one pattern piece. So for a tiny pattern, I can control these straight scissors so much better. You could cut around the fabric pattern on there. I could cut out all these cactuses. You get a lot of control with this. For heavy materials, this is polar fleece, and I've got one lined up here and one so you can see how many pieces. This is 8 pieces. So if you are working on a cottage business, you want to open a small business, your best bet for this, again, you can use a rotary cutter. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm only 5'3". My table that cuts out patterns for fleece or for jersey, they spread out, and a lot of times I'm using the cutter and I can't get way over, so I'm constantly doing a circle dance around the pattern to get it cut out. With this, I can pin that pattern and drag the pieces towards me and cut out as many as I need. And let me just show you so you will know. As again, this is your 8 pieces. And watch these scissors cut right through these 8 pieces, no problem at all. Just cuts right through. And the piece that you see right there, well, I should have turned that toward me. The piece right there, we go, all 8 pieces. This thing really does the job. They feel nice in your hand. A good tool, look at that, look at that. A good tool is balanced. It's got a nice heft to it, got a nice length to it, and you could not go wrong if you added these beautiful scissors to your collection of cutting and sewing tools. Happy sewing!